Go Blue, everyone. The shock of the day, name out of nowhere. North Carolina offensive coordinator Chip Lindsey hired as Michigan's offensive coordinator. That and much more coming up next on Michigan Wolverines Live.
You guys should check out the Michigan Wolverine Live. They're out here doing great things, doing great podcasts, great live shows. They're really just doing their thing, help them blow up.
And we are back for another episode of Michigan Wolverines Live. Today's Tuesday, December 10th, 2024, episode 178. My name's John D'Adamo, and I'm going to be taking you through the next 2 hours or so. We are live on YouTube, on Twitch, on X, and if you got your commute, you want to listen to us on the audios, Apple, Spotify, Amazon, iHeart, and Deezer, we got you covered. As you're coming in, it's real easy and real quick to hit that like button. Just takes a second. Subscribe to the Voice of College Football. Help us get to 10,000 subscribers on the Michigan channel here, the Voice of College Football. We're now the most popular team channel, the Voice of College Football Network. And, of course, share this YouTube link out with at least one friend and help blow this thing up. We have so many topics tonight, so you're definitely going to want to send a super chat. That is the only way you're going to guarantee that your comment, your question is read on screen. Whether it's $1.99 or whatever, send a super chat so that your comment or question gets to the top of the queue. And of course, as always, each and every week here, we've got TJ Ronin in the house.
What up?
Another just curveball, TJ, before like an hour before air, just throw the outline and in the air, and we're starting from scratch.
Bro, the good thing is we do these shows and Michigan is nice enough to at least have breaking news, typically an hour or two before our shows. It happened with the Bryce Underwood situation. It's happened with the offensive coordinator. We got a bunch of analysis on that. We're interested to share it. And my guy here, Ian's like, TJ doesn't look happy. It's not that I'm not happy. We'll talk about it. I think there's a lot of positive to it. I think it's an intriguing hire. It's obviously not the hire I wanted, which we all talked about, but I think there's a lot of positive to it. We will get into it, though.
Absolutely. Before we get into it, we do have a couple of plugs. Obviously, first of all, the Win Agency, our friends who have been helping us out each and every Tuesday, the post-game shows as our main sponsor. The Win Agency has a brand new video for us to celebrate the Ohio victory, and we're going to roll that now.
Hi, this is Steven from Win Agency. Happy December to all the Michigan fans and to all of our new recruits. Open enrollment is coming to a close on December 15th, which means you need to make a plan for your health insurance. Or you may end up like the team down south in disappointing results as they try to run the ball through the middle between Mason Graham and Kenneth Grant. If you want to avoid learning how to lose with your health insurance, give us a call here at Win Agency and let us help find the right coverage for your needs before that December 15th deadline.
Yeah, you don't want to be a Ryan Day, okay? You don't want a Ryan Day agent. You want a Jim Harbaugh legendary level agent. Hit up Win Agency, winagency.com. Contact them. Their phone number's in the top right corner. They bleed blue, guys. So let's support our guys here and check them out if you're looking for a health plan.
Absolutely, and they're here supporting us tonight as well. Go Blue to everybody on Team Win Agency. Check them out at winagency.com. The phone number is going to be on the upper right-hand side the entire show if you want to go ahead and check them out at any point.
Absolutely. And another sponsor, John, I want to hit on is so your boy has been is in partnership with a company called Made in Detroit. As you know, I am wearing the Made in Detroit clothing line. So currently we're in collaboration with each other, and they're helping your boy out here with some clothing for the show and stuff like that. So I want to give them a shout out, and I want to direct you guys to their website because we should support our own. Made in Detroit for Detroit. check out our guys here. Here's their website. You guys listen. You guys want a gift for the husband, the wife, the brother, the sister, the son, the daughter. This is the place for you. They got all the top stuff for everything Detroit related. You're a Lions fan, they got it. I'm rocking this hat here. They got everything, even Michigan stuff. So check it out. Go to the website. Great holiday gifts for everybody. I'm really honestly ecstatic to be working with Made of Detroit because it's a company that I believe in. I think their origin story is amazing, being made literally in Detroit. A Detroit company for Detroit people. If you rep the city or you rep the state, this is the company for you. Give them a shout out. Check out their website. Hopefully they can be a good gift for you guys.
And definitely feel free to post that link in the chat for everybody to check out. We do have a couple of super chats and a gifted membership. So Loki here has already gifted a Voice of College Football membership to, let's see, looks like it's JR, and I don't think it's the Ohio State JR either. It might be a different JR, who's been gifted 30 free days of Those Who Stay Will Be Champions. So Detective Loki already kicking in for a gifted membership there. We appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate, obviously, Detective Loki, I think, literally gifts one membership every show. So shout out to Detective Loki. We greatly appreciate it, man. And John, we do have our membership only meeting that will be coming up the 16th, which, you know, listen, obviously with the coordinator news and the portal should be heating up now with the coordinator in place, which we will get into in the recruiting segment as well as when we talk about the coordinator. But, you know, now's the time. If you want to become a member, great time for that. Plus, we have another show that is coming to the channel for the members only that we are excited to talk about. And we'll get more detail on that probably next week.
There we go. So links in the chat. If you want to get a membership and join in, $4.99 and up is what you need to do to get access to our members only hangout. Peyton Osborne, any QB, running back, wide receiver names in portal, Miller Moss visiting. We do have a portal segment, which will cover all of that. Yeah,
I'll just say, look, I'll hit on this more in the portal or in the recruiting portal segment, but I will say there is no Miller Moss visit as of now. But like we will talk about with the offensive coordinator, I expect things to progress, not just with Miller Moss, but with other skill positions. Now that a coordinator is in place, players want to know who's going to be coaching them. So this is obviously a positive step in that direction.
Facts. Go Blue, Florida boy. Go Blue, Florida boy. I always mess that up. Read that the Mississippi State cornerback no longer visiting. Any news?
Yeah, Bryce Pollock. So the only people who have reported that is Michigan State insiders. I've not seen anything confirmed on the Michigan side of things. I've not heard anything on my end. He was supposed to visit today. I don't know if he came or did not come. So that's to be determined. We're just going to have to sit back and find out there. It's possible he didn't come, but I do know Michigan is poking around at some other corners, which again, we will get into on the recruiting segment.
Absolutely. Killer Panda with the 5. Love this. I really like this avatar here. Just does not mess around at all. Bro, terrible hire. Might he'll ruin Bryce. Well, we will get to the hire very shortly, but apparently Bryce has given his thumbs up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know Bryce. So has Bryce commented on this already?
So I've got one meet. So Trevor McHugh reporting.
Okay.
Bryce approves of the hire.
Yeah. All right. So, I don't think he'll ruin Bryce, and I'll get into that when we go into this a little bit deeper. I have some numbers for you guys that I think is very interesting about Chip here, and we'll get into it. I do not think. I'll just say this right now, though. I do not think he's going to ruin Bryce. We'll get into it.
And last one before we start hitting topics, Sunny Days has joined the Those Who Stay Will Be Champions membership, so he can get in on that members only hangout.
Yes, and obviously greatly appreciate you joining the community. Looking forward to seeing you guys, everybody, on next Monday's members only hangout.
Absolutely. So why don't we go ahead and get to it? A big curveball that I can tell you, I can speak for myself. I wasn't expecting this based on the names that were being thrown around. Kudos to Sharon Moore for running a very tight ship on this one. But North Carolina offensive coordinator and QB's coach, Chip Lindsey, has been hired as the Michigan offensive coordinator and QB's coach, which now makes sense even more why Kirk Campbell couldn't even stay as QB's coach, because someone like this was being considered who does both roles. As we kind of said, was probably the reason, is that it was somebody who wanted both roles, or they had someone in mind for QBs.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's exactly, I think you hit the nail on the head here, John. I think Michigan is going to look to have, obviously, Chip Lindsey not only be the offensive coordinator, but be the QB coach. But here's the thing, guys. I want everyone to remember this. Michigan can now hire. Analysts is not limited now. On-field coaching is not limited now. I fully expect them to get another quarterback coach in the room with them, who is more of a, I would say a true quarterback. I guess savant's not the word, because obviously that's, but a more polished coach who could focus on that and help make Chip Lindsey's job a bit easier with that room specifically. But here's where I'm at with this, John. Does anyone remember a quarterback named Drake May? Drake May went first round, third overall. Do you know who coached Drake May, John?
Chip Lindsey.
Chip Lindsey coached Drake May. Do you know what that offense was ranked the year Drake May was the quarterback for for North Carolina?
7th.
7th in the nation, guys. So when Chip Lindsey has an elite quarterback, so for everyone who's worried about Bryce Underwood or the potential portal quarterback that Michigan's rumored to be targeting right now, understand, when he has playmakers, this offense produces. He had the number 7 offense the year he had Drake May in 2023. It was the number 21 ranked SP plus offense in the nation in 2023. It then dropped to number 34 in the nation SP plus last season. It is still a very efficient offense. He had a poor quarterback in 2024. Guess what? If you look at the quarterback numbers, and I have them right here, Criswell, the quarterback for North Carolina, had a 58% completion percentage, 15 touchdowns to 6 interceptions, and he still put up an S&P plus offense of 34th in the nation, guys. And for example, when he had Drake May as the quarterback, as the head man of his offense in 2023, that offense was putting up 300 yards a game through the air, guys. Now, another thing that makes Chip Lindsey attractive to a guy like Sharon Moore is Chip Lindsey respects the run game. You know who else respects the run game, John?
Sharon Moore respects the run game.
Sharon Moore, because he wants to maintain a power run game. So how do you maintain a power run game? You get an offensive coordinator who believes in that, which Chip Lindsey does, which is why they are aligned. And then you also get an offensive coordinator who has shown the ability to, I'm not going to say elite offense, but above average. And now, could you guys imagine? I want our audience to just think about this. What if we had an above average offense this season? Would we be in the playoffs? I think so.
Yeah.
I think we'd be a 10-win team. I think we beat Indiana. I think we beat Illinois. I think we beat Washington. I think Oregon game is even closer than it already was. And I already know we'd smoke Ohio State, because we did. We didn't smoke them, but we beat them. 4 in a row, bitches. But yeah, I mean, like, to me, John, this is actually a quality hire. Is it a home run? No, not a home run. This is not Dan Mullen. This is not Candle, who we all know I wanted. But even in 2024, which is this year, his total offense was ranked 39th in the nation, guys. Not awful. With a poor quarterback. You give him a Bryce Underwood, and if Michigan's going to load up at the skill positions like they are projecting to do, that they are talking, that they want to do. Now, again, it's words, actions. We got to see actions. We got to see these wide receivers start visiting. We will talk about Nitro Tuggle. We will see how he went back to Georgia. What other wide receivers will be on the market? We'll talk about it. But even so, Chip Lindsey's offense this year was only 8 yards away from matching Ohio State's offense this season, guys. Just 8 yards. So to me, this is a quality hire. This is not a home run. So I'm going to be very honest with you guys, give it to you exactly how I feel. But I do think this is a sound hire for Michigan. This is a coordinator who has experience, not just coordinating, but head coaching. He can help Sharon Moore in that area. This allows, in my opinion, you got Wink Martindale at defensive coordinator now. You got Chip Lindsey at offensive coordinator. Sharon can be a CEO. He can literally run the program properly. He can still have his focus on the offensive line. You got Chip Lindsey handling the quarterback room as well as the coordinator duties. Now, to me, what do they do at wide receiver? Is Ron Bellamy going to be the wide receiver coach? Let's see. I don't know. And then let's see a couple other coaching positions, like potentially, JB Brown still seems to be employed at Michigan, which I think is interesting. But even so, to me, John, I think this is I would give this hire a B+, a B+ hire.
Yeah, and so a couple of things. I think it's definitely. I wanted Dan Mullen. I think I've been very clear about that. But to answer your first question before I go in, I think Lonnie Galloway. So Lonnie Galloway is currently the wide receivers coach at UNC, also passing game coordinator. I doubt Bill Belichick will retain him because I'm sure from what I understand, and Bill Belichick is widely heavily, I think it's now, if not officially signed, it's been widely reported that Bill Belichick is going to be the North Carolina head coach. And he actually has a manifesto of his own for
Who doesn't, John?
Yeah, everybody's got a manifesto these days, but apparently Bill Belichick has a manifesto of his own for who he wants at all of the staffing positions, cost breakdowns, everything else. And I'm sure he's going to be bringing in his people. I expect some familiar NFL names as well as maybe some college names as well. But at the end of the day, here's what I think about Chip Lindsey. I think that, like you said, TJ, a balanced offense is what we're looking for. And with 300 average passing yards last year and 190 average rushing yards, that's more what Michigan and Sharon Moore are looking for. As I've said all along, as we've said all along, TJ, we're not trying to become Ohio State. We're not trying to become USC. We're not trying to sling it around all the time. But what is important is to get up there to 37th or 39th, depending on which site you look at, in total offense. Remember, folks, Michigan was 128th. Okay, so that is an enormous increase. Right. 423.4 yards per game. If Michigan had anywhere near that, like you said, I think Michigan is in the playoff and a 10-win football team.
100%.
So yeah, he's somebody who Bryce Underwood reportedly, according to Trevor McHugh, is given the thumbs up. He thinks that he'll be able to help him not just for college but also for NFL development.
Yeah, I mean, look, listen, again, Drake May is your prime example here. Top 3 overall pick, first round, and then some players who could potentially follow Chip Lindsey to Michigan. Well, they have an excellent running back by Amarion Hampton, right? Now, I know there's some people saying, well, he's going to go to the league. Well, he is not declared for the draft, guys. And if anyone knows about the running back position, we all should know Blake Corum. And yes, he did have an injury. But if there is a position like kicker, Zvada, which we'll get into later, running backs are extremely devalued in the NFL. You can easily pay a running back to come to your school and be the guy. Now, listen, Chip Lindsey was just hired. So like, there's no smoke on this. This is completely speculation on my end, but I could see Michigan persuading an Amarion Hampton coming to Michigan next year, rocking with Jordan Marshall, having that 1-2 punch. And then, potentially a Micah Capana being your, maybe your change of pace guy. And then that could happen. Michigan seems to have the NIL to be able to make that happen. And we just saw Zvada today, which I know we're going to get into more, John. Mm-hmm. Zvada says he's coming for a natty, and I don't think he's bullshitting. I do believe that, and well, I guess I'll hold on that. And then another name that I know people are excited about is Jordan Shipp.
Yep.
Why would Jordan Shipp not come to Michigan? Now, the thing would be, well, what's Jaden Davis telling Jordan Shipp, who's his former teammate in high school, right? So it all really comes down to that. But those are 2 names I'd be looking out for. But those are not the only 2 names. I fully expect Chip Lindsey to have some type of effect, some type of appeal for other players at North Carolina. It'll be interesting to see. But the other positive here, John, is now Michigan can start portal shopping because players want to know who is going to coach them. What is the vision for the offense? Mm-hmm. What can Michigan do now with the coordinator in place? I expect things to I am assuming here, but I believe with this in place now, which is why I think Sharon Moore had this urgency to get this done now, because it's Tuesday and the portal just opened up yesterday. Let's get the coordinator in place. Now let's start cooking. Let's getting guys on campus where visits are allowed to happen this weekend. Let's see what we can do. I fully anticipate now we will start hearing more wide receiver names, the quarterbacks to be happening. Let's see where it goes, John.
Yeah, I think this is great. I mean, is again, like I said, is it the hire that I was thinking? No. But the more that I dive in, combined with Wink Martindale's defense, and let's face it, Wink Martindale really proved himself in the back half, especially against Ohio State. Combined with that, if you have a top 30, top 40 offense in the country, that's really all you need to go to the playoff.
John, can I entice you with a top 10 offense?
Hey,
because he's done it.
And Bryce Underwood could get there.
Right. So I mean, look, listen, this hire complements what Sharon wants to do with Michigan. Right? They want to maintain possession offensively. They want to have sustained drives. They want to have a potent offense enough to make a defense honest. This is what Chip Lindsey's going to bring. You combine Sharon Moore's offensive line, run game approach with a Chip Lindsey's balanced offensive attack, which is what he does have, is a balanced offensive attack. It should be the type of offense that can sustain and win games. It should be. When you couple it with a defense like Michigan. Now, look, is Michigan, let's be honest here, is Michigan losing Mason Graham? Yes. Is Michigan losing Kenneth Grant? Yes. But we're going to get into the portal. We're going to get into who they're looking to fill these roles, right? Listen, we beat Ohio State without Will Johnson, guys. You know what I mean? Like, we got some guys returning. In my opinion, John, looking at next year's schedule, and if Michigan handles this portal properly, we should be competing for the playoffs. We really should.
Yeah, I'm going to call this 2025 offense the spread and smash. And the reason I call it the spread and smash is because the utilization of the tight ends is still going to be there, right? The run game is going to be respected, but at the same time, Bryce Underwood with his quarterback coaching, I think that's the right person for the job. So I'm very happy about this. There are a lot of super chats actually asking our opinion, who have some questions, but I'll ask if you have any wrap up thoughts before we get to super chats on this.
You know who approves of that offensive name?
What's that?
Our boy Nick. The spread and smash offense. Nick is all for the spread and smash offense.
Absolutely. Ryan Hall has gifted 5 Voice of College Football memberships. So congrats on you all just got those who stay will be champions. Christian Ormsby, Brian Adams, freedom, Ben Ryder, and Michael Courtney. All 5 of you refresh your computers or phone or whatever, or your app, because when you refresh and you see, you're going to have all of our emojis, including the brand new Michigan Ohio State emoji with all 4 victories. All 5 of you just got the new emojis, and congrats on that. Okay.
Yeah, welcome to the community.
Yes, welcome to the community. And all 5 of you also get access to our Hangout, too. Our members-only stream Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Nate Mogg approves of the hire, giving us the 5 here. Great hire, 1,600-yard rusher last year, multiple elite offenses. Also coached up Bo Nix to a freshman of the year.
Auburn. You're right. Auburn. I didn't bring that up. You're right. At Auburn.
I didn't bring that up either.
Exactly. You're damn right, man. You're damn right. At Auburn, he did that. Yeah, he had a 1,600-yard rusher last year, guys. Like, this coordinator fits Sharon Moore's vision for this offense, and we need to have a little trust here that it will meet what we are like. I feel like maybe, when you hear Dan Mullen's name, John, you think, okay, we have an elite coordinator, an excellent developer of talent. a guy who has many pipelines in the South for recruiting territories, right? And I think, and don't get me wrong, listen, Michigan did reach out to Dan Mullen, but the truth is on Dan Mullen is he wants to be a head coach. That's just what it comes down to. So it just wasn't going to happen, it appears. So now the Candle situation is interesting because I know Michigan was in discussions with Candle, but it appears Chip Lindsey just crushed it. He just crushed it when he met with Sharon Moore. So, we'll see what they can do with it, man. But I agree, Nate Mogg, excellent super chat.
Yeah, thank you so much, Nate. Nick is commenting on TJ's look, which of course we have our new partner for that look. But Nick says, TJ, you can't wear your bank robber fit on camera, bro. So Nick must have missed the intro on the Made of Detroit.
Yep. So Made in Detroit is working with your boy here, and we're gonna rep it. And shout out to them. Any of your holiday needs, go to madeindetroit.com. Get your clothing and anything for your wife, daughter, son, nephew, cousin, stepbrother, stepsister. If they need clothing, Made in Detroit's got it.
There it is. Thanks, Nick, for that. Richard Morris says Tuttle stated that he wants to be a coach. Well, I support having dreams.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not mad at it if he wants to be a coach, a grad.
Dream big, man. Yeah.
I mean, listen, he's damn near a coach all the years he's played. He's got tons of experience. Yeah, why not?
We got Ryan Hall, trust in Sharon, go blue. There you go, Ryan. Yeah, I mean, Sharon, I was wavering there, but I will say that towards the end of the season, he earned a little of my trust back with what happened towards the end of the season. Beating Ohio State with your best offensive weapon out, best defensive weapon out, at least on the secondary. There was, that he takes that team to Columbus and beats Ohio State. I know Ohio fans will say, hey, the kicker got bribed and it was windy and, they shot themselves in the foot, but Michigan had to make plays too. I agree with you, Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think Sharon's earned some runway here. I think the team the culture never died, right? That's a leader of men, and he withheld that, right? And then the way he handled Northwestern, the way he handled Ohio State, the team just started playing better down the stretch. Let's see what they can do with it. Let's see if they can maintain. Look, Wink Martindale got it together. I mean, we all know Kirk Campbell was the weak link, guys. We know this. So now that you get a Chip Lindsey in here, an offensive coordinator who's literally been there, done that. Also, let's not forget this either, man. He's got a lot of ties in the South. Right. So there's only benefit to that. I mean, he knows the SEC. He was at Auburn. He was at North Carolina. He's gone up against the big boys, bro. So he knows the ins and outs. I mean, he should only be a benefit in that area too.
Nick is calling out typical bitching in the chat. Watch Chip Lindsey. I'm assuming you mean Chip Lindsey cook.
Right. I mean, I think the reality is, and this happens, is there was an expectation that was up here with Dan Mullen. But I think it doesn't mean this is a bad hire. It just wasn't the home run hire, right? So it's still a good hire. Still, in my opinion, like I said, for anyone who's just coming in, it's a B+ hire for me. But I think he fits exactly what Sharon wants to do, and I think it will complement what Wink does. So, we'll see what they can do with it. Now we really just need to allow them. And let's be honest too, Sharon Moore's job hangs on this hire. If this fails, Sharon Moore's he'll get the repercussions of that. So we're just going to have to see what they can do with it. I'm the more I look into it though, and the fact, and I forgot about the Bo Nix thing. I forgot, I didn't even mention.
Yeah, I didn't bring that up.
The 1600 rusher in Hampton. I'm just it makes complete sense the more you think about it. Bo Nix was a damn freshman, man.
Yeah,
and actually played really well in the SEC. If anyone remembers Bo Nix's freshman year.
Courtney Harper with the 5. The hire fits, and that's what we wanted. He runs power spread, or as I said, spread and smash, which is what I wanted, much like Gus Malzahn, which is someone I wanted and coached under.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Exactly. It's a power spread offense. We will maintain our aggressive run game, and it will make defense honest with an aggressive air attack, with a potent air attack. Like, even let's just say, John, let's just say this air attack's ranked 35th. Let's just say it's 35th, not top 20, not top 35th is going to make a defense play so damn honest. They're not going to be able to play it in the box. Can't do it.
Well, it's not like the 2023 offense. 2023 offense wasn't, top 5 in the country, but it kept the defenses actually having to respect the pass.
And let's be honest too, guys. Have we looked at the college football landscape? Have we seen what this looks like? Guys, we beat Ohio State. We gave Oregon a game, right? If you look at Alabama right now, look at Georgia, look at these elite teams. There's so much parity now. As long as you are a well-coached team with fundamentals, you reduce errors like turnovers, and you execute offensively and defensively, you can make a 12-team playoff. And now we're going to find out, what does a 12-team playoff mean? What does home field advantage mean? So, I don't know. I'm intrigued. I think, I think Michigan's on the right path here.
Fuck Ohio with the 2, just straight up fuck, and I got to draw it out. Fuck Ohio.
Hey.
Hope we don't get demonetized.
No, we won't. But our boy F Ohio, he's asked. He's like, man, someone gift me a membership. Although, my guy, all the super chats you buy, you can get a membership.
Just get your own, man.
If you stick around, at some point, you will get a gifted membership, I'm sure.
It's true. Antoine King says Lonnie Galloway would be an amazing hire for wide receivers coach. It's possible.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what they do here. Does Ron Bellamy stay? And for those who don't know, Lonnie Galloway was the wide receiver coach at North Carolina. So does he take him? Does Chip Lindsey bring one of his guys? You would think maybe. So, right? So, I don't know. It's interesting to see what comes of this. Does Ron Bellamy get another year?
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know who Belichick is going to keep and who Belichick's going to toss, assuming he gets the job. So there's a possibility that Lonnie Galloway gets snagged by someone else quick as the offensive, maybe he wants a level up to become an offensive coordinator. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm sure Lonnie's getting a phone call. I'd be pretty confident that if Chip likes what Lonnie has done for him, he's at least getting a phone call.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
Yeah, I would think so.
Courtney Harper with another one here. He also ran a lot of screens and uses quick game.
Yeah, and look, we unfortunately don't quite have the players for that a lot. Micah Capana, yes. Micah Capana is that type. What can you do with Jordan Marshall? Maybe. Can you get Hampton in the portal? Maybe. We'll find out, right? Because we all know do you really want to play for Belichick? The Patriot way is not too fun, man. We all know that. The players really don't like that shit. Unless you live unless you're from New England, or play in New England. But it's gonna be interesting to see how this goes. I'm intrigued, man. I'll be honest. I'm intrigued. I'm not through the roof. I'm not celebrating crazy. We didn't make a run to the beer store, but I think it's a good hire.
Absolutely. Nick, so who specifically is getting spread and smashed? How about the opposing defenses? How about Ohio? How about that?
Pause. Yeah, how about that? Ohio.
More years to come of Ohio getting humiliated makes me happy.
More flag plant on that ass, bro.
There it is.
Pause.
Courtney Harper has become a YouTube member. So Courtney Harper is, let's see. Courtney Harper is what level of membership? It's not telling me. But Courtney Harper is a member. So at some level, those who stay, it's the hardest ones to find because I've literally got to scroll all of chat. Leaders and best. So Courtney Harper has joined the leaders and best tier, intro tier. And we love anybody who joins any tier at all, because that means you've said, we like you enough. that we're going to do a monthly membership. I mean, that's really cool.
Yeah, we appreciate that. It means a lot to us.
Absolutely.
We got over 250 members right now, so
Wild.
Thank you for joining the community. I mean, if we can get to 300, shoot, that'd be amazing.
Wild.
And your name, and just so you guys know, your name will appear on the ticker below. We will eventually update the ticker. We will have our members running across the bottom, so be on the lookout for that.
Yeah. Yeah, I can actually just go ahead and throw. We got the 3 tickers right now. We'll add any new people as well, but there's quite a few of the 250 in here. So Fuck Ohio says, hook me up on a membership. I need emojis like air. Well,
help my man out here. We don't want him suffocating.
Yeah. Gifted memberships, or hey, Fuck Ohio. The link is all over the place. If you want to become a Leaders and Best, it's $2.99 a month. You're giving a 2 right here. So, I mean, hey, up to you. Otherwise, you can hold tight if you'd like and see what happens. Don't forget to have accept gifts turned on as well. Rambo, one of my favorite names that we have here. Rambo with the block M too is the bat. I love that name. With the $4.99. Word on the street is Chip already has followed Deuce Robinson and Miller Moss already putting in work.
Yeah, and that's what it's going to take, right? Like you get your coordinator, now you have a guy that they know what offense they're going to be in. What is this offense going to look like? They apparently Chip Lindsey like crushes one-on-ones and interviews and all that. So let's see what he does now in terms of recruiting. I have not looked at his recruiting track record because obviously he just got hired within the last hour. I guess it's not even official yet, John. I think Michigan hasn't quite announced it officially yet, but the news essentially broke like an hour ago. So, I mean, I'll do a deeper dive. I'll probably have more for you guys on Thursday. But yeah, I mean, if he's already following guys and it's not, the ink isn't even dry, it just goes to show you the urgency that's being put in place right now. We'll see what they can do with it.
Absolutely. We got a couple of those who stay will be champions members. So we got Jose Morales has become a those who stay will be champions, which means you get access to our show Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, in addition to the emojis and all the other stuff. Jose, thanks for becoming a those who stay member.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Detective Loki, Jack Tuttle is the Jaden Denegal of Davis Warrens. So, wow. I don't even, I'm trying to like do the logic flow there. Look,
not
Jack Tuttle,
good.
Look, Jack,
very good.
I'll give Jack Tuttle a little bit of love. I mean, he came back for a 7th season for Michigan. He could have like gone and become a car salesman. He could have done a lot of things.
Could have been a doctor.
He could have,
yeah,
with the amount with the amount of education, he decided to come back for another year for Michigan. And
yeah, look,
he worked hard. He did what he could. And I wish him the best if he wants to be a GA or whatever. I think that's great. John Frey also has joined our Those Who Stay Will Be Champions tier. So I haven't even seen your name. So like, thank you. Welcome. And thanks for becoming a member. I really appreciate that. We both do. Yeah, I haven't seen this name at all. So thank you so much and go blue. Okay. Ryan Hall dropping the 10 burger here. Alabama Calbay Odium, Alabama wide receiver. I thought that might have been like a Harry Potter spell or something, but
Caleb
I think
Odom.
But I think he means Caleb Odom, the Alabama wide receiver. Anything's possible, Ryan. When you get a new OC. Yeah,
we'll see. I mean, we'll hit on that a little bit in the portal segment, but I mean, I anticipate now Michigan. I mean, hey, listen, if we see if it's true that Lindsey is already reaching out to Miller Moss and the tight end from USC, then you can only imagine the wide receivers are going to be coming soon. I mean, that's an area where it hasn't been a lot of smoke. I will get into 2 names. Actually, let me see. Do I have 2 names or let me see? Yeah, I got 2 names that I'll talk about in the recruiting or the transfer segment.
Thanks for the 10, Ryan. Fuck Ohio with the 5. I can't afford a membership. I spent all my money on drugs and super chats. Hey, I get it.
I get it, man. I get
Hey,
it, man.
live that life, man. Live that life.
Yeah, bro. Don't let no one tell you anything. You walk your own path, brother.
Let's see. Detective Loki. I donated all my money to the Orgy QB1 fund.
Should have put it in Bitcoin, bro. Should have put it in Bitcoin. But we all make bad decisions. I get it. Hey, I was gonna say the Bryce Underwood fund, but that's already taken care of. Queen Jolene's got it. So just sit back and enjoy the show, Detective Loki. You've done enough, brother.
Real quick, I do want to highlight Bleeding Blue here, who is encouraging us with almost 1K watching, and it's closer to 1,400 when you add X and Twitch. Less than 150 likes. Come on, guys, hit that like button. Yeah, go ahead, go onto the YouTube link, and just for 2 seconds, it's free. If you do nothing else, hit that like button. Really appreciate that. Demetrius Wycliffe is another new member. We're getting new member after new member, and what I love about these is these are not gifted. We do love our people who gift, but these are people who are ponying up and they're contributing and they're saying, "Hey, I like you guys and I want to be a member." So he's joined the Those Who Stay Will Be Champions tier as well. Thank you so much. Hit refresh and enjoy your emojis. And we'll see you Monday for the members only stream. Steve with the $4.99. My brothers, as long as the offense ranks top 40 and the defense is top 5 to 10, I'm all good. Hope we get that silver guy from Kentucky.
Yeah, we'll have more on him.
Thanks, Steve. GT with the 5, always here, standing in the paint with us. I heard that MSU's collective hasn't posted anything on social media in nearly a year. Should they start an OnlyFans? I think that's a really entrepreneurial mindset you've got, GT.
Yeah, there's a few millionaires out there doing the OnlyFans thing. Michigan State might want to look into that. Although I will say they honestly got rid of their best asset in Mel Tucker. Mel Tucker would have been an excellent OnlyFans contributor, I'm sure. But I'm sure they'll figure it out. Michigan State, never count Michigan State out on the OnlyFans angle.
Absolutely. Okay. Rambo back with another one. DJ Khaled. Appreciate the coverage from you guys. Membership is definitely worth it if you're a Michigan fan. Wow. Literally, let's just pause for a second and appreciate the double that he just did for us here. Double dip. Literally gives a super chat and encourages people to become a member all at the same time. Boom. Thank you so much.
At the same damn time, John. Yeah, no, we appreciate it, Rambo. And for those who don't know, Rambo is a part of our Connor Stans espionage tier. He is a protector of the Michigan Manifesto, which is why you see his gift. That's actually him. That's a real life picture. He's one of our top secret, super special secret protectors.
There it is. Okay, JJ Frey. So JJ Frey, I don't know if there's any relation to John Frey. But we got 2 Freys. So thank you for joining the Those Who Stay Will Be Champions membership. Really appreciate that. And Ryan Hall is back with 5 gifted memberships.
My man.
Ryan Hall is sending gifted memberships to Go Blue Florida Boy, Michael M, Damian Hernandez, William De Silva, and Ivan. So thank you so much. And I guess Marmar got one from somebody. I must have missed that.
I don't know. We'll take it though.
But we will take that. So all
but not at Ohio.
Yeah, hit refresh. Enjoy the fuck Ohio. We'll see on that. But yeah, no, 5 of those. Thank you, Ryan. Really appreciate that. F Ohio says, I do things different. I watch Hocus Pocus on Christmas and The Grinch in summer.
Look, F Ohio is a contrarian, no doubt. For those, I don't know, I don't think he'll mind me sharing this. He comes from Ohio State Buckeye family. So he's on some effort shit. He walks his own path. And Hocus Pocus and The Grinch, excellent movies, excellent movies.
Absolutely true. All right, let's keep rolling. We've got 35 of these things, so let's honor them, and then we'll get back to topics. Thank you so much, Doug E. Fresh, with the 2. Orgy for tight end. He's got the size. Go blue.
The question is, can he catch? I don't know. Now, I think he, listen, he has a linebacker's build. I'd be interested to see him play that. Or, interesting idea, could he play the Max Bredesen role? Should have the speed, the physicality. Can he catch? That's the question. Like, could you imagine if they transitioned Alex Orgy into an H-back?
It would be something.
That'd be nuts. That'd be nuts.
Tim Hovind has joined the Those Who Stay Will Be Champions membership, as has Balair. So Tim Hovind and Balair are now Those Who Stay Will Be Champions members. So both of you, we'll see you Monday for our members only hangout. Okay, and with that said, we are going back to topics. So next up, given the news, TJ, about Chip Lindsey, could this open up the portal? And who are some of the people that we want to be looking out for, or maybe some updates that you have on some of these? I guess we'll kick things off with the latest on Nick Marsh.
Yeah. So for those who've watched us for the last few weeks, I told you guys there is a wide receiver that I was hearing about a few weeks ago that I could not talk about, but that would be very exciting, and we would probably do a live stream if he committed to Michigan. That wide receiver was Nick Marsh. Michigan was working on getting Nick Marsh to enter the portal, but unfortunately, Michigan State somehow, probably likely through the agent, or maybe heard the sphere of the town square. They upped the offer. They essentially just did, and we're gonna get it with Nitro Tuggle. Georgia did the same thing with Nitro Tuggle. Essentially, Michigan State came up with a better NIL offer to have him maintain and not go into the portal this portal season. Michigan was definitely 100% trying to make that happen, and I was hoping it would, and that's why I kept my mouth shut on it, because unless a player enters the portal, although there is one we're going to talk. There is one we will talk about who has not entered the portal yet, but it's already in the public sphere, so who gives a shit? But yeah, so that's who it was. It was Nick Marsh. I was hoping we would get Nick Marsh, because could you guys imagine if we stole one from Michigan State and it was Nick Marsh? Holy goodness, bro, that would be epic. So yeah. Is what it is. Is what it is.
We
have Nick. Yeah. The next wide receiver we have is Nick Anderson. The reason why I have him on here is because the staff has made contact here. We'll see what comes of it. This is just another name I'm bringing to the table here, so we can at least start getting familiar with some of these names. The transfer portal season has just started as of Monday. More names will enter the portal. Things will start. I would say momentum will start building, but it's still early. This is just a name to be aware of. And the other wide receiver I have here is Nitro Tuggle. Unfortunately, he entered the portal, which is not unfortunate. That's wonderful. But unfortunately, Georgia, of course, because NIL is a dirty game, said, you know what? Here's a bigger offer. Come back. He did. So he's now out of the portal. And the reason why this was a big deal is because Josiah Edmond, who was a teammate of him in high school, was recruiting him very aggressively to come to Michigan. We came in second in this recruitment. And for those who don't know who Nitro Tuggle is, extremely gifted player out of the state of Indiana. It would have been epic if we were able to and Moose, I understand Nick is not considering Michigan. I'm telling you, Michigan has contacted him. I'm talking about Michigan has contacted Nick Anderson. So just, please hear me out, brother. I'm not saying there's crazy traction here. I'm saying this is a name that Michigan has contacted. The other player we're going to hit on is Jordan White, the offensive lineman. This is one that things are trending in the right direction for. He was ranked 81.4 by PFF. He's 6th ranked guard nationally, and he is looking to visit Michigan in the near future. I don't have that date set yet. I think it's going to be next week is what I from my understanding, but I'm not sure. This is what Michigan needs to do, right? So I've actually started working on our depth chart for next season, John. And when you look at the offensive line, you know, we got El Hadi, we got Crippen. Do we trust Evan Link? I don't know. But guess what? Left tackle, Miles Hitton's gone. Josh Preby, he's gone. We need a left tackle. We need a left guard. We may need a right tackle, right? So the offensive line is going to be a big, in my opinion, just like the defensive line, a major position of focus for Sharon Moore in Michigan. Jordan White would fit that. I think, you know, he can play left guard. This is another big name. Josh Thompson, the offensive guard from Northwestern, who was ranked number 2 in the Big Ten per PFF. He's looking to visit Michigan also next week. So this is another big addition. I think Michigan will come away with either a Jordan White or a Josh Thompson. I don't know if they'll land both because, in my opinion, they only need one guard. If you have Giovanni El Hadi, you only need one guard. So we'll see there. The other name here, which was brought up earlier, is Keyshawn Silver. This is the 335-pound nose tackle out of Kentucky that is going to have a lot of attention because nose tackles literally, unfortunately, do not grow on trees. And he's looking to visit Michigan on the 13th through 14th. And he will play. So for those who want to know, what does our defensive depth chart look like? And that's actually what I'm going to be working on that next. He'll be playing next to Rayshawn Benny. So you have Rayshawn Benny, potentially our guy Silver here. And that would be that, right? So then the question remains, okay, then who plays the end position? Who plays the edge position? That's to be determined. I'm hoping Michigan lands an edge because we don't have one. You know, Josiah Stewart's going to be going to the NFL draft. The edge position is going to be a demand. Does Derek Moore return? To be determined. If Derek Moore returns and you have your end, we'll see where we go there. The next name, John, and this is a big one for me, is Terrion Grant. So he, for those who don't know, Terrion Grant was a highly ranked corner coming out of high school. He committed to Purdue. Obviously, Purdue lost their head coach. He's now on the portal. Michigan was very high in this recruitment. If you land Terrion Grant is who you would start opposite of Zeke Berry, Jair Hill. We'll see. I know there's a lot of smoke. He may enter the portal. He may not enter the portal. We'll see on that one. But either way, I think Zeke Berry did a great job down the stretch as an outside corner. Let's not forget we got Josiah Edmond also, who's going to be looking to get more playing time next season. Terrion Grant, though, in my opinion, is a home run. I also think Josh Thompson or Jordan White is a home run. I think Keyshawn Silver is an excellent addition, not a home run, though. A very strong player who can hold the line, hold up against the run, and give you that size, that much-needed size, while we let players develop at that position. And then the next corner, and this is Bryce Pollock, which we kind of talked about earlier, John, and I have another name. I got actually another name after Bryce Pollock, but did he visit today? I don't know. I have no idea if he visited today. I know Michigan State has reported he won't, but nobody else has reported that. So do we trust Michigan State? I don't trust Michigan State. So we'll see. We'll see what comes of that. And the next name, and the reason why I didn't have this on the list, John, but I just decided to say F it, is because he's not in the portal yet. And that's Tony Grimes. That's a cornerback, Tony Grimes. But the reason why I decided to add him is because he currently plays for, I believe it's UNLV. Let me just double check that. I think it's UNLV. But guess where he played prior to his current team?
Go for it.
North Carolina.
How about that?
And it just so happens, it is UNLV. It just so happens, our guys from North Carolina, I'm quite positive he's familiar with Tony Grimes. There appears to be mutual interest between Michigan and Tony Grimes. Tony Grimes is a starting outside corner. Shit, you give me Tony Grimes and Terrion Grant next year? Yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. And you get Rod Moore back. So Rod Moore is expected to come back next season. Sometimes I feel bad because it hasn't been truly announced yet, but that's the word.
Yeah, I like Terrion Grant. To be able as a true freshman to go to a steaming dumpster fire like Purdue, put up 8 solo tackles, 5 assists his first year. I think that's notable. Purdue couldn't beat anybody, but there were a few bright spots in the shit heap. And Terrion Grant, I'd say, was one of the main bright spots that I noticed when I watched Purdue.
Absolutely. And if you were to land I'm telling you, that's a home run. That's just a home run. And I hope we get him. So we'll see what comes of it. We'll see what comes of it. Michigan is in contact. That's what I know. Has the visit been scheduled yet? No. But definitely a player that we should at least be aware of.
For sure. And we do have some recruiting updates as well, including friend of the program, Trae Taylor.
That's right, man. So for those who don't know, we have a lot of new viewers. We interviewed Trae Taylor in the summer. It was probably our best player interview. He's just an excellent kid. His parents are doing a great job with him. He is going to be a 2027 quarterback. He has visited Michigan, guys, and we spoke to him about this over 20 times. He's visited Michigan so much he doesn't even know the number. And guess who's back, John? Trae Taylor. So this is our 2027 quarterback of focus. This kid is 6'2", excellent arm, extremely good quarterback. If you were to get a Trae Taylor to be in this quarterback room, like, right, so he'd be a natural progression to Bryce Underwood when Bryce Underwood's ready to enter the league. Trae Taylor's that guy, bro. And for those who don't know, and I mean, we should add his huddle tape, I suppose, because we do have a lot of new viewers, John. But even so, Trae Taylor is, in my opinion, an elite quarterback, will be around the 5-star level. I believe he's from Illinois. Yeah, so we'll see what the boys can do there. It should only strengthen the relationship, especially with the new offensive coordinator. You got the new offensive coordinator. You got Trae Taylor coming this weekend. Let's see what they can do with it. Do I expect an early commitment? No, because it's 2027. So it's going to be a long play. But the fact this kid's already been here over 20 times, we know he likes Michigan. So we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, and I have, for those who haven't seen it yet, I have posted the link to our interview with Trae Taylor, which does have the huddle tape, which you can check out after we're done here.
And then our last player is Zaire Mathis. So this is the top 100 edge, formerly committed to Ohio State. So I've not seen this reported anywhere, and I've not gotten word of this myself, but Athlon is reporting that Zaire Mathis is going to be coming to Michigan this weekend. So we'll see what comes of it. This would be and this is for the 2025 class, guys. So Ty Haywood, the 5-star offensive lineman who Michigan's currently pursuing, apparently in a battle with Texas Tech, which is wild. Damn oil money. But either way, I still feel good about that right now. And then also Zaire Mathis, who's a top 100 edge. So you got Nate Marshall, who's going to play rush end. You put Zaire Mathis at the edge position ahead of a Julius Holly, right? That's a nice duo. That's a nice 1-2 punch. You get them both in. Those guys are elite. We'll see what the boys can do. Hopefully they can close. Word is he really likes Michigan. And I think if he comes on to visit, I think Michigan's going to knock it out. Now, I'm assuming that, but I just think they will. Just the way it seems to be trending, the what he has said about Michigan recently, Michigan's desire to get another edge in the class, Michigan's willingness to play ball financially, I think Michigan closes. I do. And then no Ty Haywood update. Here's where we are with Ty Haywood. Ty Haywood's going to stretch this out a little bit. Here's the good news, guys. You guys want some good news on Ty Haywood? Texas Tech was trying to close on Ty Haywood during the early signing period. That has gone and went from Wednesday to Friday. It's done. The fact that Ty Haywood did not commit to Texas Tech, which Texas Tech was trying to, they were also being aggressive through NIL. Michigan is looking to get Ty Haywood on campus at some point in December or January. We'll see what comes of it. Here's more good news. Queen Jolynn is involved on this one. Okay. So listen, you know, if Queen Jolynn wants Ty Haywood, I feel like Queen Jolynn's going to get Ty Haywood. So we'll see where it goes. I feel optimistic about it. Texas Tech, listen, do they have oil money? Yes. Do they have the ability to say F it, wake up one day and say F it, let's throw a bunch of money? Sure. But I think Ty Haywood is trending Michigan. And the fact that Alabama says, no, we're not competing with Michigan's NIL offer, doesn't tell, you know what I mean? Like, all right, Texas Tech, you want to go toe-to-toe with us? We'll see what's up. You know, we'll see how we do here. I think Michigan's going to do all right. Let's just see when the visit is scheduled. We'll have more on that when it happens.
Absolutely. And Moose saying, I felt good about Haywood from the jump. The vibes are trending well on Haywood. So I think it's a good shot.
Alabama has already said he will not be in their class. They cannot, NIL wise, they cannot compete with us here. That's why it's so interesting to see Texas Tech try and get their head in the ring. I feel Michigan will win out, but we'll see how it goes. This is recruiting.
All right, we got a couple of additional super chats. Ben at Zioni, sorry if I butchered that, with the 5. With a new OC hired, do you think there's any chance they will use the bowl practices and game to start implementing the new offense? Well, Ben, I don't. We don't know enough details yet on exactly when he is starting. All we know right now, unless TJ, you know more in the last 10 or 15 minutes, but from what I could see, we don't know the intricate details of the deal yet or when he's starting. So it may be Steve Kasula as interim OC for the bowl game, but we will find out.
You're probably right, John. Now that you said that, I mean, one, you cannot implement an offense in 2 weeks of practice. Now, do I anticipate him to be around practice? Of course, but you're probably right, John. It'll probably be a Sharon Moore led offense with a Steve Kasula in more of a symbolic title. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, Sharon Moore is going to be calling those plays. You know that.
Yeah. So probably we won't see any influence of the new hire on the bowl game.
Yeah, because Sharon knows that's probably his last, because after this game, he's given up play calling. Most likely, I'm sure he will have input here and there, but he hired Chip to run the offense, to call plays so that he can focus on CEO level. So I think he wants one more game, I think, to call the plays himself, and I think it's fair to say he will.
Yeah.
But Chip will be there. He'll be evaluating the talent. He'll be watching very carefully to see the talent that they currently have, so they can figure out what do they need to get in the portal.
I fully anticipate. Listen. I don't think we're breaking any news here. He'll be at practice. He'll be watching. He'll be observing. He'll be taking notes. He'll figure out. They'll be figuring out what they have.
Yeah. Anytime a new hire starts a position in business, if you've been part of any company. When a new hire takes over, they don't just start a good new hire doesn't start out on day one and say, here's how it's going to be. What they do is they go on observation mode for a week or two. In some cases, longer.
Months.
If it's a big company, like a CEO replacement or something like that, they go months. So he's going to do that. He's going to be in observation mode. He's going to be seeing how things run. And then in his head, he's thinking, okay, here's what I'm going to be tweaking. Ryan Hall with the 10. Brendan Lewis should be looked at. Moose might like it.
I don't know. Would Moose like it? I don't know. Brendan Lewis is. I gotta look it up. Yes, the Nevada quarterback. That's interesting. I think they're gonna go after a higher level quarterback. I'm interested to see if anything develops with Miller Moss right now.
He did play at Colorado. So, hey.
Yeah, before Sanders got there.
Shador, yeah.
We'll see. I don't think that's really, I don't know. That's not a name I've heard. I've seen it thrown on social media, but it's not a name I've heard on anywhere.
Yeah, but thank you for the 10. GT with the 5. Did you guys hear that the Buckeye fans are mocking the passing of Herb Street's dog, Ben, since his son committed to U of M? I'll also add calling him traitor. I saw a lot of calling him traitor for his son going to U of M. Stay classy, Ohio.
Yeah, okay. Listen, we all know they're a bunch of scumbags. That fan base, there's some good Buckeyes. Doreen is like the best example of a good Buckeye. And for those who don't know, Doreen's a regular on our show. A lot of these dudes are straight up garbage, bro. Like, I mean, I saw some of the stuff about the dog. I mean, I'm not mad at them saying traitor. I get it. I mean, I might be a little frustrated if, I don't know, Brian Greasy's kid goes to Ohio State or something, but like, at the end of the day, it is what it is. I think it's hilarious. I think Sharon Moore, and then Sharon Moore did the flag planting at the football game. or I'm sorry, the basketball game. So listen, man, Sharon's embracing this rivalry full stop, bro. So we'll see what it is. I just, GT. Let me ask you: would you expect anything less from those scumbags? Because I wouldn't.
Yeah, it's and by the way, I'm very happy for his kid. He's coming in as a preferred walk-on. And he'll get a great look. He's going to get a great education. He's going to get a great experience at Michigan, and I think that people need to lay off.
Yeah, and let me bring up. I'm gonna bring up a chat here. This has to do with Ohio State Buckeyes being losers.
Mm.
All right, so there's this guy on social media named Little Hayes. Fuck that dude, bro. So I got into it with him like over the weekend. This is the dude who's been giving shit about Michi, the dude who passed away from Michigan.
Oh
like,
no! Oh,
fuck that
God.
dude, bro.
Yeah, that's not even.
The unfortunate thing is, there's nothing we could do about it because he's behind a fucking computer. But he's a clown. It's frustrating. It is what it is. But no, that's a punk ass bitch, bro. Straight up. Like, I cannot stand little ass bitch ass Hayes, bro. So yeah. So hey, anyone sees him on social media, fuck with him. Although he thinks it's a good time, so you never know.
Kinetic is here with the 5. TJ, I'll take my flowers now for calling Darth Zvada returning for 2025. # Go Blue. Here you go.
You know what's funny is Kinetic. John, what did I tell you before the show?
Kinetic called this one.
I was like, Kinetic got this one. But I said, Kinetic's going to get a dub on this one, bro. Yes, you did, man. You were like, for those who don't know, Kinetic's been on our show a few times, call-in shows, etc. And he's like, oh, Michigan needs to get Zvada to come back. I'm like, personally, I was like, why would he do that, bro? Why would you not go to the league? I mean, sure, you're going to get a 6th round pick or maybe 7th, which obviously is not much compensation. And, sure, Michigan probably can offer you more, but like at the same time, go to the NFL is so hard for a kicker, and you're having an elite year. Go. But hey, he came back. The collective came through, and Kinetic was right after all.
Absolutely. And let's just remember that Zvada went 17 for 18 on field goals, 94.4% completion, 96.2% on extra points, along of 56 yards.
What was he like 7 for 7 or 8 for 8 on 50-yard kicks?
He was 7 for 7.
Yeah.
On 50-yard plus kicks.
The one miss, I think, was a bad snap. Or a bad hold.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. The dude's a sniper, bro.
There was a block. Sniper. There was a block on one thing. I remember there was a block on one. There's a bad snapper hold on one. Hand banana says blocked. So, yeah. But like, yeah, every time he had the opportunity to kick, he was perfect.
Yeah, I mean, and the fact that he made the social media post coming back for a natty, I truly believe that's not in jest. I truly believe that Michigan told him, we are going to chase a national championship next year. We want you to be a part of this. You do not pay up for a kicker who's going to go to the NFL unless your intentions are to compete for something more than just a damn Reliaquest bowl game or some, Music City Bowl bullshit. No, you are Michigan's. I feel confident in saying, actually, I know this. I already know this. I know this is being discussed in Ann Arbor. They want the playoffs to be a standard. This is how you do that. You pay kickers. Ask Ohio State. What happens when you don't pay kickers? Ask them. How'd that Georgia game go? How'd those Michigan game go, Ohio State? How'd it go?
Ohio. Yeah, maybe go get a kicker next time.
Yeah, maybe stop getting 5-star wide. Stop having 12 5-star wide receivers and quarterbacks and go get a damn kicker. But whatever. Hey, keep sleeping on the kicker. I don't care. Not my problem.
Yeah, I think that the statement here, we've got to look at this. Let's go win a national championship. Zvada's not coming back for a 7-5, 8-4 season. Zvada's coming back because he thinks there's the possibility to go all the way. And look, with the OC that has been hired at North Carolina, he had one of the top 40 offenses in the country, and with Drake May, the top 10 offense, 7th, right? And so I think that you're starting to see the pieces coming together where that could be a reality. I think wide receiver really needs a new coach. I'm gonna keep beating that drum, and
I agree.
And we'll see if they can pull the guy from UNC, because Belichick's probably not going to keep him.
Yeah, we'll see on that. No, Belichick's definitely not going to keep him. So we'll see. That's going to be the next step, is what hires does Chip Lindsey do now. But yeah, this is just one, piece of the puzzle here. You bring back Zvada. Who else comes back from Michigan that could enter the draft? We'll see. I do know that Michigan is going to make an attempt at Kenneth Grant. We'll see how that goes. Or that's what was discussed. We'll see if it actually transpires. Because if they get Kenneth Grant back, bro, that'd be nuts. But listen, and by the way, it appears Houseman and Barham are coming back. That's the early indication. So it has not been confirmed though. So that has not been confirmed. We'll see if it gets confirmed at some point, but they have not declared for the draft. And if we get both those guys back who are playing at all Big Ten level next year, that's gonna be interesting. And you get Rod Moore back. You just got to find a safety to play opposite of Rod Moore. We'll see what happens there.
Absolutely. William S. Kane, thank you for the super sticker with the 5 there. Really appreciate that. So we press forward here. So we do have, of course, as we know, the bowl game has been set. Michigan is facing off against Alabama. That's right, folks. A rematch from the Rose Bowl, but this time in the Reliaquest Bowl at 12 p.m. Eastern on December 31st, ESPN. So the question becomes then, who's going to play? Who's sitting out? I, for one, think that our new OC, Chip Lindsey, is going to be using this time to evaluate, even though he's not going to be the OC for this game, he's going to be evaluating the young talent. Expect to see some young talent that you haven't seen as much during the season. I think it's pretty much a lock that Mason Graham, who's already declared for the NFL draft, will not be playing in the game. I also think it's pretty much a lock that Will Johnson and Colston Loveland will not be playing in this game because they're nursing injuries, and they're going high in the draft. As far as Grant and Josiah Stewart, I think, whereas the others are like a 0.1%, those two I'd say might be a 1%, but I think all 5 of them are probably sitting out.
Yeah, I mean, the key to this game is who plays and who doesn't, and it's not just Michigan. Alabama. Does Jalen Milroe play in this game, John? Who sits for Alabama?
Right.
That's gonna be interesting, right? So that's what makes this game unique in the sense of, like, there's a lot of players who are looking to be drafted. I do not anticipate them playing on both sides, both teams, right? So that's going to be interesting. The current spread, I just looked it up, is 11.5 points right now. It started at 12, so it's come down a little bit. Or actually, I'm sorry, it opened at 11.5. It's down to 10, so it's come down. And I'm going to say this right now, although it's tough though, because you don't count Michigan out. I just feel like I feel like Sharon's going to have them at least come to play. Obviously Alabama's the more talented team, but look, I mean, Michigan they played against Oregon. They played against, they played against Ohio State, obviously. I mean, let's see what they can do against Alabama. If Jalen Milroe does not play, what is Alabama's? Sure, I'm sure they do have a quality backup quarterback, but even so, Wink's been on one, bro. Wink has, and now defensive line's going to be a situation. We'll see. So it's going to be interesting to watch. Hey, we're here for it. I think the game is December 31st. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see how it goes. I mean, I was kind of hoping we'd get LSU, though.
Yeah, LSU was my dream pick.
That would have been hilarious.
It really would have been funny.
That'd be so funny.
Better than Florida. Better than facing Florida for the 100th time.
Yeah. If we played Florida, we'd have to get a rivalry trophy.
So yeah, I as far as, and we'll see who else, but I think Sharon's going to try to have as many people play as he can. You might see Donovan Edwards put in one last game to try to, make a case to stay out of the UFL and to maybe go seventh round in the draft. Somebody like a Donovan Edwards.
I think Mullins plays. I think Edwards
might play too.
I don't think they don't play. I think they do play. I think the players who don't play, just off the top of my head, I think obviously Graham, Grant, Will Johnson, we know that. That might be it. Oh, Josiah Stewart. Well, I don't think Josiah Stewart will play.
Yeah,
I don't
Colston Loveland.
And Colston. Well, he probably won't.
No way. Yeah, I mean, maybe if he was fully healthy, but obviously, if he didn't play against Ohio.
Well, I think that was a true injury, though. I don't think that was him just not. I don't think that was.
I agree.
I don't think that was a turf toe, John. Let's just say
no.
I don't think that was a turf toe.
All I was saying there is, like, if he was injured against Ohio, then I highly doubt, even with a month of rest, that he's going to be playing in a bowl game that's kind of meaningless, even though it's against Alabama.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. Marlon Klein's season.
There it is. He's going to be Marlon Klein going to be popping off. Let's look out for it. Fambone 30 with the 2. What's the word on D tackle Keyshawn Silver?
Yeah, so he is going to be visiting Michigan on the 13th, so Friday and Saturday, 13th through 14th. He'll be there this weekend. This weekend should be a pretty strong weekend for visitors. Zaire Mathis will be there, Trae Taylor, Keyshawn Silver. I think there might be an offensive lineman who's going. I know next week is going to be Josh Thompson. Jordan White might be this week. I'm not sure, though. Don't quote me on that one, but I expect more names to pick up. It's only Tuesday. We just got our offensive coordinator. I think Michigan's going to move quick here.
Absolutely. A reminder about, we do have the Ole Miss channel at the Voice of College Football. So this is a channel that we've started recently, and we've got some really great talent on here. Really great, obviously, not just game previews, but new people, including our new recruiting director, who's been doing shows with Mark Rogers on the main channel, Leanne, right? And so I think, definitely give Ole Miss at Voice of College Football a look. I'll post that in the chat here. If everybody can give them a sub real quick, that would be awesome. All right. And also Disputed National Champions. Get yourself, stop by the fireplace and check out Amazon Disputed National Champions with Mark Rogers today on an Amazon near you. Okay. With all that said, let's go to basketball. So those of you who so I was at B-Dubs with a friend of the network, Will ND, the other day, and we watched as Michigan traded baskets with Iowa, and Michigan did beat Iowa 85-83, so they're at the top or near the top of the Big Ten conference rankings. And so I guess my question after what happened last season with the 8-23 or 24 record, 8 wins last year, well, it's looking like this is going to be a little different. So I'd love to hear your take as more the basketball focus on some of the things that you're seeing.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think the Juwan Howard era is over and is now Dusty season. And I think Dusty May is brought a culture already. I think he's brought an identity to this team. It's a very aggressive, fast-paced offense that moves the ball extremely well. It's impressive to see the defensive evolution from last year to this year. And then not only that, the improvement of shooting from last year to this year. It's just wonderful. I mean, look, it's a completely different program. Dusty May, through 9 games, has us ranked 14th in the nation, guys. We have not been ranked in the top 25 since 2022. And Dusty May has achieved that feat. And it sucks, too, because our one loss, John, was to, I got it right here. I forgot. It was like Wake Forest. By 2 points. Son of a bitch, bro. So, I mean, we really could be 9-0 right now, and we really probably should be 9-0, but it is what it is. You gotta make your buckets. And the reality is, and here's what is the issue with this team right now? The issue with this team is two things. Turnovers. Turnovers are killing us. Turnovers are stopping us. Right now, we're ranked 14th from legitimately being a top 10 program. We are one of the most efficient teams in the country in terms of, shooting and other metrics. And then the other negative on this team is free throw shooting. If we can just improve as a free throw shooting team, get our turnovers at least cut 30-40%, we would be a far better team than we already are. And then occasionally we get in these defensive lapses where we get lazy. This isn't often, but it happened last game that you could see the defense was kind of getting slow-footed and wasn't keeping up with Iowa. But Iowa's always been a team that spreads the floor and has made it difficult offensively or defensively for teams. So it's kind of to be expected, but I did think Michigan would play better defense against Iowa. It is what it is. It's also Dusty May's first time experiencing Big Ten play. He's now getting familiar with the way all the different coaches, their different schemes, play styles, and all that. So right now, actually, Michigan is playing Arkansas right now on ESPN. I need to have that game on.
Calipari, right?
Yeah. So right now, Michigan's up 14-10 to Arkansas. Arkansas 7-2. Definitely need to check that game on a minute. Don't leave us. Hey, keep us on your phone, keep us on your laptop, just put it on your TV. But we got a really big game against Oklahoma, and we got a new Oklahoma couple on our. Oh, where'd John go? Where'd you go, bro?
I don't know.
I was like, where'd you go? But yeah. But anyways, so we got this new Oklahoma couple. So you probably missed it, John. But we play Oklahoma on the 18th, and Oklahoma's ranked 13th in the nation. That'll be a major matchup for us. I will be talking shit to our new duo on our Oklahoma channel for the Voice of College Football. But that said, I think Michigan, listen, guys, here's what I think. I feel confident Michigan's going to be a tournament team. I feel confident Michigan is going to be a team that can compete for a Big Ten title. We'll see what Dusty can do. It is year one. And to have these type of results so early and to land the recruiting class that we did is very exciting. And yeah, and let's also not forget Area 51. Area 51 is one of the nastiest. Like, that's one of the dopest nicknames. The state of Michigan, we got Sonic and Knuckles for the Detroit Lions. We got Area 51 for Michigan basketball. Like, the nicknames are on fire right now. And I'm excited to see what Danny Wolf can do. And obviously, Vlad Golden's just been dominating. And another player I'll hit on, John, that I think has just been playing out of his damn mind is Trae Donaldson. If anyone who's just getting, football season's ended, what are some players you need to pay attention to? Trae Donaldson, Danny Wolf, Vlad Golden. Will Cheddar has turned into a guy now. He's a legitimate rotational piece who is all energy, showing improved athleticism. Rudy Gale, we got him from Ohio State. He's been I would say, a valuable piece. He's had his ups and downs in terms of games, but yeah, very exciting. And then also to see LJ Kason, for those who don't know, that is a name to know. He's a freshman. He's having a very early impact on the team. It's just exciting. It's nice to have a damn basketball team, John, especially after what, Beeline left and Howard destroyed. It is nice to be not only a football school, but also a basketball school again.
Well, and it shows you that whether it's football, whether it's basketball, you can hit recruiting and hit the portal hard and change your team overnight. And that's why I think one of the things you're seeing in college football is a parity where really it's Oregon and it's everybody else. There's really no that I'm number two that I'm seeing. Maybe Georgia has kind of separated themselves a little bit with the Texas win, but you're seeing that teams, there's a lot more parity now than there used to be, where it was Alabama and it was Georgia and it was Clemson and Ohio, and nobody else was in their league. And now you're seeing parity in college football, and Dusty May's showing that it can happen in basketball too. But what I saw at the end of that game on Saturday was a back and forth brawl that a Juwan Howard team loses. I think it comes down to that. Juwan Howard loses that game 9 times out of 10 in his later years as coach. Michigan just showed that extra ounce of fight.
Yeah, Juwan Howard was one of the worst in-game decision makers I've seen terrible play designs out of timeouts. I mean, yeah, Dusty May is just it's night and day, man. Dusty May is I don't want to just listen. It just didn't work out with Juwan. Obviously, it was just trending in the wrong direction. Dusty May is just a nice breath of fresh air. I'm excited, man, because the beautiful thing is too about Dusty May, and I believe this. He's the type of coach who'll be here for a long time. He doesn't want to go pro. He's a college basketball coach, man. So hopefully we have our guy for the next 10, 15, 20 years.
That would be awesome. And I think it's possible. And that was, by the way, one of the things that I pointed out on my Ward Manual show as a positive for Ward Manual is that he hired Dusty May. And Dusty May has turned out to be one of his best hires. Yep. And he's young, as Rashad's pointing out. And that, yeah, I think this is a long time opportunity there.
Yeah, 100%. And with Michigan's NIL and Dusty May's coaching acumen, I mean, we really should be a top 25 team consistently, and we should be expecting tournament runs. I mean, we've already seen it. Look what he did at FAU, man. It's already transpiring at Michigan. We are already like this early into the season to see these results. It's not even just like, oh, maybe they have a weak schedule. No. If you watch this team play, the offensive identity is beautiful. You know, the way they space the floor, the passing, the team basketball, the fast-paced offense. I mean, it's amazing. Now, again, the fast-paced offense is a major reason why there is these turnovers at this clip. But even so, I expect it to improve. I expect, you want the team to be in a position in November, December, where they have room to improve. And then you want them to get hot end of January, February into the tournament, Big Ten tournament run. We're going to find out here. We're going to learn a lot about Dusty. We're going to see this team grow as the season goes on. And there's two main areas of improvement: free throws and turnovers. We'll see what they can do. Free throws are a bit harder to improve because sometimes you just don't got the guys. But I expect turnovers to improve to some extent. It shouldn't be at the rate it is now.
Yeah, and Howard 0 for 22 in one-score games. A GT, that does sound about right. And Dusty May has already had obviously this last game was a battle of who wanted it a little bit more. And it does look like against Calipari's team, U of M is up 24-12. So very exciting.
After I get out of here, I'm gonna watch that game. But I mean, look,
sorry, sunny days. I did just spoil that for you. My bad, but definitely you better catch up.
What is he in the bubble? He's recording the game.
Yeah, he wanted it to be a spoiler, but guess what? I think more people wanted to see what the score was. So thank you, GT, for that. Someone did ask in chat. I lost it. Does TJ have his own show? Well, it just so happens TJ has his own show. And he can talk about it. So we don't just do one show here at Michigan at the Voice of College Football every week. We have two, including a live call-in show Thursday nights.
Yeah, so we got the Thursday call-in show at 8 p.m. This is where it's your show. It's your guys' show. You guys call in. We talk ball, anything Michigan. We can even talk a little Lions if you want, because Burks is a Green Bay Packer fan, and he's now 0-2 this season. I know you enjoyed that loss on Thursday, Burks. But so that's the call-in show. We could talk anything recruiting, team, bowl, coaches, Ward Manual's new contract. It doesn't even matter. Anything, we got it. And then we just talk ball. So that's the show. And I saw someone else. Do I have a channel? I don't have another channel. I've thought about creating a channel, but I didn't know what avenue I wanted to go down because I'm interested in a few things. Like, do I want to do a Lions channel? I don't know. I might want to do a Lions channel. I might not want to do a Lions channel because, quite honestly, I'm busy as hell. Between our channel here as well as helping grow the network, I'm very busy. I don't know if I got time for another channel, but I've thought about making a fitness channel because I love the gym. I love fitness. I love nutrition. I thought about potentially making like a philosophical fitness channel. I don't know, because I'm into philosophy and stuff like that. But I don't know. I'm quite busy, to be honest with you. So we'll see. Maybe in the future I'll create another channel. But no, right now it's just here at the Voice of College Football.
So you can, for right now, it looks like Bricks is really a fan of yours, TJ. Maybe someday there might be a Lions channel or a motivational fitness channel, but for right now, he's exclusive at Michigan at the voice of college football.
I think I'd crush a Lions channel because I love that. I love that team. But I'm just busy. I could do. Listen, I love all the teams. I'm into all of them. I love the Tigers, the Pistons, the Red Wings. Although the Red Wings are pissing me off right now, man. Like Steve Eisman's got to get it together, bro. But yeah, I don't know. It's we'll see. Maybe I might do it. But but honestly, guys, I'm so busy. I just don't even have time. I can't even play my Xbox. I got no time to play Xbox.
That's
so
when you know.
Well, yeah, when you can't play Xbox, you're too damn busy. And I don't even have a kid, dude. I don't even have a kid. Like, and I'm not in the market for a kid either. But like, I don't know how you guys. Any of you guys have a kid? Hats off to you because I'm so damn busy. I don't even know how you do it. I don't even know how you do it. I don't even get enough sleep, bro. I'm only getting like 5 hours of sleep right now. And I know anyone who's watched our live streams or our sleep cycles are all screwed up. Mine's still screwed up. I'm still trying to figure it out. But yeah, I don't know. Life's crazy, man. But just keep grinding, you know.
Absolutely. Before we go, we want to give our friends at the Win Agency one more plug. They sponsor each and every episode of Michigan Wolverines Live. Check them out. Here's a new video that they've sent us in commemoration of beating Ohio.
Hi, this is Steven from Win Agency. Happy December to all the Michigan fans and to all of our new recruits. Open enrollment is coming to a close on December 15th, which means you need to make a plan for your health insurance. Or you may end up like the team down south in disappointing results as they try to run the ball through the middle between Mason Graham and Kenneth Grant. If you want to avoid learning how to lose with your health insurance, give us a call here at Win Agency and let us help find the right coverage for your needs before that December 15th deadline.
Give him a call. Don't listen. If you have a Ryan Day agent, get rid of him. You need a Jim Harbaugh level agent. That's what you need. A national championship caliber health insurance agency. That is Win Agency.
Absolutely. National championship. And of course, even some people loving the troll and Win Agency. They've been pumping out these videos for us, and they have some jabs, and it's especially at Ohio, although I enjoyed the Brian Kelly one also.
Oh, no doubt.
There they are. So
the next one.
Yeah, can't wait. So with all that said, we are at kind of a wrap-up point, but again, check out Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern will be our next show, and that will be with TJ as he takes your calls on any topic you want to talk about. Michigan OC, Chip Lindsey, or something else. Call in Thursday night and talk to TJ.
Yeah, we'll be here for it.
Absolutely. You can also find us on Twix at John Diadamo and TJ_Ronin. I did have a comment on my Twix that John, you talked about, what does Bill Belichick going to UNC have to do with Michigan? Well, I also talk about college football in general. And I think the Bill Belichick to UNC thing is kind of hilarious. And I can't wait to see him say, screw you guys, on to Cal. I can't wait because they're playing Cal next year.
What's funny about the Belichick thing, and he's already creating an out for himself so his son can take over. That's the holdup with UNC is the demands by Belichick are so aggressive that's why it hasn't been announced yet. But apparently, like, Belichick has this like 400-page manifesto, although Connor Sands is at 2,000, so Belichick's got to get his shit together. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting to see. And then apparently his son is going to be the head coach in waiting. And Belichick's like, well, if I get an NFL offer, he's pulling a Jim Harbaugh. He's like, if I get an NFL offer, I'm going to the NFL. It's like, all right, like that's tough to commit to a guy who's looking to leave, So we'll see. But the good news is a lot of those players in North Carolina probably don't want to play for Belichick. They probably want familiarity with Chip Lindsey. So we'll see if Michigan can benefit.
Yep, watch this space in the next couple of days. Definitely want to encourage everyone on the way out, if you haven't already, hit that like button. Just takes a second. And until next time, John and TJ saying go blue, and we'll see you soon.
Go blue.